Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ari. Um, just wanted to give a little bit of an update. Kind of talk about what's changed and see about how I'm feeling about mentoring here. So since last time, I had the 2016 Freightliner, and my driver manager kind of assured me that when I got it, don't worry about it. Just take the crappy truck, and we'll try to get you traded in as soon as possible. So I got lucky, after I spent those couple of days there in Oregon and Washington. I went down to the bottom of California. I went down to San Diego, like, 2 miles, 3 miles from the border. And my driver manager hit me up and he was like, hey, your truck is ready to trade in. Let's just get you to Phoenix so we can get you the best truck possible. So I rushed over to Phoenix probably the next day. He called a load, got a new truck. I got a 2020 Freightliner. Maybe through the magic of video editing, I'll try and put up a picture of it. But I can't say I'm displeased with this new truck. It still had the leather seats on it. I'm sorry, the plastic wrap on the leather seats, and all the leather on the steering wheel, and I got a bunch of buttons and knobs, and the truck itself only had like 1,200 miles when I got it, so I can't really complain. This is basically the exact opposite of what I had before. So I went from the 2019 Volvo that was about 40,000 miles in, not too bad, not by any means an old truck. But yeah, then from that to the 2016 Freightliner with like 400,000 miles, that was a big difference. I could definitely tell that was an old truck. And now I'm up to the 2020 International LT with starting off at like 1,200 miles. So it's nice. All the seats still have cushion in them. I can tell that, basically they probably only did the minimal driving necessary to get it to Phoenix. So it's nice to have a newer truck again, something something that I know that only I have driven pretty much. And other than that, I've been thinking about mentoring my driver manager, and the company have hit me up a couple times, send me messages about mentoring. They're always trying to get more mentors out in the field, get more students, so that way they have more drivers. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about mentoring. I feel like it might not be worth the money unless they explain it to me a little bit more. Because I've never been the type of person to really trust somebody to drive while I'm sleeping. Ever since I pretty much started driving 16 or even 15 when I was learning to drive, I've never really I don't know. I just kind of don't trust people anymore that I don't know, that I'm unfamiliar with. Even if I was on a road trip with somebody I didn't know, I'd always volunteer to drive just because I don't trust people like that. And it's done me well so far. I've dodged a couple bullets here, a deer in the road or whatever, and because I'm the one driving, I feel like I wouldn't have trusted another person in that situation. So that's my first problem with it. Of course, extra money is always good. I'm not sure how much extra money it is. I know you share, well, that's what everybody says, you share mileage with your student, so you get paid off of how much they drive, and there's also the bonus after they do their 30,000 miles or whatever, and they get ranked. You get a bonus depending on how well your student does once they're on their own. So, the extra money doesn't hurt. It's just the fact that I've heard all the horror stories about, I go to Los Angeles terminal, I'm sitting there talking, and all of a sudden I hear somebody talking about how this guy had a student, and the student wasn't paying attention, and, crashed the truck, and the student died, and, the mentor was, like, in the hospital, and, took a while for him to come back and drive, and then he goes right back to mentoring, and the guy's sitting there like, how can you do that? How can you basically have someone crash a truck and almost die while you're asleep, and then a couple months later figure, I'll go back to that, it'll be all right, but I mean, hey, if that's the guy, if that's the experience that he's had where it was just that one student and it was kind of a freak accident, then I really can't fault him for that. But I don't know, it's just that thing, can you really trust somebody that you've only known for like 5 days to drive a truck, with you in it while you're asleep, knowing how horrible all those things can go? I don't know about that, but I mean, it's also kind of a chance to network. I know that it does get kind of lonely here on the road. I talk to my mentor at first a little bit, but not so much anymore. I just kind of ask him little questions, maybe like once every 2 months or something. So other than that, other than my girlfriend, maybe a phone call from my friends or parents or something like that. That's basically it. I don't really talk to anybody all day most of the time. Just a quick check in with my driver manager, and that's it. It's nice. I'm not complaining. It's nice to just be able to sit and enjoy yourself and think and play whatever music you want to, listen to whatever videos you want to, as long as you get where you need to be on time. But I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to network and build some relationships, and the teaching process doesn't always have to be a horrible one. I mean, I had fun with my mentor, so maybe if you get the right kind of person with the right kind of work ethic, it can actually be a good experience. But on the other hand, if you get the wrong person, the kind of student that other people talk about where they only want to drive 6 or 7 hours a day, and they don't want to drive on the weekends, they want to go home, they don't like it, they're complaining. Or you get the truckers who have previously had CDLs but now they don't, so then Swift hires them and they want them to go through the mentoring process anyways. They know everything and they're not listening to anything and they want to be hard-headed. So I mean, there's tons of things that can go wrong. I mean, whenever you're talking about putting two people in a truck together and there's not a lot of room as it is, and then they have to stay together all day for multiple days, there's a lot of opportunities for personalities to clash. And I mean, I figure that I'm a pretty reasonable person, but I still just don't like to deal with that stuff. Like, I just don't want to deal with anybody who is so opposite of me, that as laid back as I am. They're like, just annoying, or have an abrasive personality that's like totally the opposite of me. And I don't have to deal with the drama of kicking somebody off my truck and then like talking to the whoever handles the students and being like, hey, get this guy off my truck, he smells or whatever. I just don't want to deal with that. But it all depends on the money. If the money's good, then maybe I might do it. But I don't know. We'll see. I still have to get the details on it. But that's basically all I can think about is, the benefits are more miles. They're telling me, if you have a student, they'll get you more miles. They'll get you easy loads, that you can make on time. And when you have to run teams with your student, you get those guaranteed miles and you make money off of everything the student drives too. You can network. It can be a fun experience. I don't know. I just don't like that you can lose everything that you kind of get used to. Like being alone, I can do whatever I want right now. I can't do that with a student. I have to watch out and try not to play music while they're sleeping and all the other crap. And I'm a laid back person. I don't mind that, but you don't know how much special attention certain people are going to require, or you can't say certain things around certain people, otherwise they get offended. And so I'm just that's making me hesitant. But we'll see how it goes. I'll talk to my driver manager and see what the details are on mentoring. I mean, because it is a brand new truck, so it's not like the truck is the problem. I mean, it's a very nice truck, and I just don't want anybody to. I'd be actually kind of pissed if somebody spilt their drink in here and messed with my brand new truck that they just gave me, because I try to take as good of care of my equipment as I can. So having a brand new truck and then having somebody come in here and bring a soda and spill it, and it's just be like, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I gotta weigh the benefits with the disadvantages there and think about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy so far. I got a new truck so far this week. I've been getting good miles. I started off in El Paso, went to Reno, Nevada, picked up in Sacramento. Now I'm going to Salt Lake City. So it's going all right. The miles are there. I'm not sitting around for a day or two at a time, so I can't complain about that. And I guess we'll see how everything goes here. Maybe I'll start mentoring or something. So if you guys have any questions, or if you're wondering, if you have any information for me about why I should or should not mentor, maybe some horror stories or something, or some good stories to help me, to convince me to mentor, just let me know. I'll probably be looking out for the comment section. So, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.